My name is William King the Fourth. Um, I'm a YouTuber, content creator, and also a advocate for holistic living. Truthfully, I don't even know who Will is. I'm not 100% anymore, especially because of a lot of the ailments that I've been, so graciously blessed with. I I'm still trying to figure this new Will out. Will used to be fun loving, goofy, partying all the time, turned up, outgoing, the whole nine. And then things happen, life changes. You never know what's gonna come. You never know how it's gonna come. But Will is who Will is. He doesn't know what that is, but he's gonna get there. In the beginning of it all, I was in the hospital, in and out of the hospital between the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. The scariest experience behind that was the fact that I lost the feeling in the entire left side of my body for a month. And then I was diagnosed officially as being a patient of multiple sclerosis. And yeah, it was kind of a interesting experience. It definitely isn't something I'd wish on anybody, and it's something I'm still trying to comprehend and cope with to this day. Um, as far as the diagnosis, it it wasn't difficult, but it was a long process. I was in and out of the hospital at least 3, 4 times for a week at a time. Um, and at the end of it all, when it came down to it, it was just like, okay, well, you now have this thing that is going to change the rest of your life. You're going to have to take medicine for the rest of your life. You're not going to think the same. You're not going to speak to people the same. Your friends aren't even going to treat you the same. There are a lot of things that come along with this that no one speaks about, that I deal with on a daily basis, that I genuinely want to help everybody else with, who also has, some of the problems that I deal with. You try not to think about it. You try to live your life as plainly as you can and be as normal as you can, and you hope that the people around you don't change or don't treat you any kind of way and things of that nature. Based upon the support systems and things of that nature that you have, it's pretty much how your day to day is gonna go. Don't get me wrong, this disease is a snowflake to every person who gets it, but at the same time, we deal with pains that we wake up with and that we go to sleep with so much that you don't feel it anymore after a while. You don't feel it, and you only feel it when it's imminent, where somebody may pinch you, or somebody may something along that lines. Um, it is somewhat of a struggle, but it's nothing that I can't deal with. It's nothing that I feel like anyone can't deal with. It just takes, a solid support system, little bit of help, little reading, little homework, at least from my experience, do as much homework as you can. What inspires me is anyone who is doing good, especially if you're from where I'm from, you know? Anything that has any merit to it, that is worth being looked at as inspirational or motivational or anything along that line, is something that inspires me daily. When it comes to people with chronic illnesses, you really have to be careful about the people that's around you, because that that is something that has a lot to do. That is something that weighs heavy on your temperament. It is almost every chronic illness, almost every autoimmune disease comes along with anxiety and depression. So you really have to control your environment. Um, to just be real with you, when it comes down to what inspires me, the things that inspire me are my friends, my people, the people that I see, the people that I know that are out here grinding and doing their thing despite the hardships that are against them. One of my main inspirations is sitting right in front of me. No funny. It's amazing and I love to see it. So when it comes to being inspired, I don't get inspired often. I don't get inspired. I don't get inspired often. I also don't get inspired easily. But I genuinely believe that everybody is worthy of inspiring someone. I mean, post the pandemic, of course, everybody kind of had found somewhat of a likeness to entrepreneurship. I'm one of those people. You know, the pandemic pretty much showed me that things can and they will pan out if you work hard enough towards them. Um, I genuinely just woke up one day. It was like, yo, I can't have what I have. I can't have all of these ailments, these diseases, and all of this stuff going on. Know a lot of the things that you have to go through, a lot of the things that you need to do, and just sit back with it. Like, that's weird to me. So what I started to do is I started to look online. I started to look up a lot of sites and pages and things of that nature of people who, just kind of motivate people of my volition that have uh the diseases that I have and things of that nature. Apologies. Um so that's one. The other thing is, I'm still trying to I'm still healing from a lot of childhood trauma. I'm still healing from a lot of childhood trauma. I grew up in a very aggressive household, and part of that is I feel like a lot of that has to do with a lot of what I have today. And, I just want to steer people in a better direction than, I guess you could say my parents took. I'm hoping that something I say, something I do, or something that I start has something to do with people ending up like me a lot less. Yeah, that's my end goal. My end goal is to help the total situation of autoimmune disease, help the total situation of people eating the way that they do, to help the total situation of people not being paid attention to, um, especially health wise. Just being able to say, like, I gave something back on behalf of everything that happened to me. A lot of the things that I have, they tell me time and time again, oh, there's no way that they can figure out why I have what I have. All right, cool. The message I leave for everyone, you never know when it's all going to change. You never know when there'll be a day where you wake up and you don't know what your next move is going to be. You don't know if you're going to wake up and can't eat the same, you can't see your friends no more, you can't go places the same, you can't sleep the same, you don't breathe the same. No one knows what it feels like to go through this until you go through it. So do not judge. Do not look down upon. Do not condescend. We all feel it. We all know it. That's it. I genuinely feel like that people with chronic illnesses, I feel like people with chronic illnesses and that lives with the diseases that I have, they don't have a loud enough voice. Think about the future, because I genuinely believe that I am sitting in a position that I am in because of that fact not being adhered to. I just want everybody to realize, come to a better realization of the people that you're speaking to. Come to a better realization of what your friends have and what you should and shouldn't do, what you should and shouldn't say around them, what you shouldn't, you know, I don't know, man. Like, living with this has just taught me you really gotta pay attention to things a little more. Like, we really have to stop taking so much for granted. Message to everybody: spread love, man. Spread some more love. It'll go a lot farther. And to be honest, if I'm gonna really be honest, don't do drugs. Don't drink liquor. Don't party. None of that. Because, not saying that that's the purpose for why I am the way that I am today, but I'll be damned to say that it didn't, that it helped. You feel me? Um, yeah. Wow.